Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to paint a quiet evening using acrylics. I'm going to start off by using cad yellow, rouge, and violet and putting it onto my palette. Usually, for most of my paintings, I've used a tutorial as my guide so I know what to paint. I decided to give myself a challenge and come up with my own original painting. Let me know if you like it. Now, I'm going to start off by taking a big brush, putting a bit of cad yellow onto it, and painting it onto the canvas as if I'm drawing the letter X over and over again. Without cleaning off my brush, I'm going to dip my brush into a little bit of rouge and do the same thing, using the X motions and blending in the yellow and the rouge together. I'm going to use the same technique using violet. After finishing covering the whole canvas, I'm going to clean off my brush and touch up the middle a little bit. Now, I'm going to take titanium white, put it onto my palette, put my finger in, and put it onto the middle of the sun, rubbing it in circular motions so I can blend it out. Now, taking a different brush, I'm going to dip it into white, and I'm going to put onto the canvas a rough outline of where I want the stairs to be. After that, I'm going to do an actual outline of the stairs. Since the violet isn't not going to be dry yet, it's going to blend a little bit and make a lighter violet, but that's okay. After I'm done painting white, I'm going to clean off my brush and use a little bit of Mars black. The black is going to make shadows for the stairs. After I'm done with the black, I'm going to clean off my brush again. I'm going to put titanium white back onto the brush and create some highlights onto the stairs. I'm also going to use a little bit of rouge and blend that out as highlights too. Now with this brush, I'm going to dip it into Mars black, and I'm going to start creating some branches. After I'm done with the branches, I'm going to put some white on so I can create some highlights on the trees. Make sure you put the highlights toward the light source. Now with my fan brush, I'm going to take a little bit of Mars Black and start making pine trees. The reason why I'm making this black is because it's almost dark, so in real life, you wouldn't have much color to them. Now I'll add some highlight by putting some titanium white on the branches. Now with a new brush, I'm going to take some Mars Black and I'm going to start putting basic outlines of where I want the bushes to be. I wasn't sure what colors I wanted the bushes to be, so eventually I took my palette knife and I started to mix up some colors. I ended up mixing rouge and cad yellow to make it almost kind of orange. Putting the orange on, I decided to take some Viridian and put it onto my brush and use that too. Since the rouge was already mixed into an orange now, I decided to take some neon pink and put that too. Using the fan brush, I will pick up some Viridian, neon pink, and purple, and put them along the steps as if they're vines growing on the steps. Using the palette knife, I will almost cut into the paint to make little twigs. I decided to use my leftover Viridian and use it as highlights on the stairs. And then I had some leftover white and decided to finish the highlights on the trees. Using my palette knife, I will cut into the paint again, creating a trunk and some branches. I think we're about done. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments.